What is a quote you hate people repeating? Your call is very important to us. Please hold. Sorry, not sorry. I won't repeat myself. It's okay. They're just material things. Many people say that without knowing the effort, sentimental value or the situation you are going through, or if you can afford the replacement of your assets. If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. How about just stop being a bitch, Becky? Part of God's plan, to suggest bad things happen but they will turn out fine in the end. Sometimes bad things happen because you're a fuckwit who tried to disregard the laws of thermodynamics. I hate all those motivational quotes young men share about grind culture. You know the ones. When it's a black and white picture of Robert Downey Jr., the guy from Peaky Blinders, Daniel Craig, etc., always says some shit like, "Be a lion in a world of sheep," or "Work while they sleep." Super cringe. I'm __ years young. Always hated it and I will continue to hate it. There are people who have it much worse than you. You're right. I'll just bypass my suffering and go about my day. Thanks. No offense, but then proceeds to offend the person. I could care less. The customer is always right. Not only is it only quoting half of the original, and therefore changing the entire meaning, but it's almost always used by entitled assholes to deflect from them being an entitled asshole. Money doesn't buy you happiness. I think this is pushed out there as a good thing to say to stop people from desiring to be rich. Let me reiterate that money doesn't buy the feeling of happiness. It just limits the amount of things that can make you feel the opposite of happy. Tell me your ex without telling me your ex. I'm tired of seeing this drawn-out phrase every damn place. There are bigger issues. Live, love, laugh. How about I die? Hate. Cry instead. Skull. Don't chase the money. Chase the dream. Dreams don't pay bills, bud. I'm stuck in a shitty job just to keep the lights on. Living my best life. You fucking dork. I'll pop your tires. Everything happens for a reason, is fucked up on so many different levels. Bad things aren't happening for character development, and people don't have to have bad things happen to them to live their lives. Kids aren't getting murdered and worse for a reason. My mom didn't have cancer for a reason. Your cat didn't get hit by a car for a reason. And it's assuming people are religious too, which is weird and annoying. I hate anything involving someone beating cancer, or losing their battle with cancer. I know. It's just an overly generic statement to show sympathy and compassion, but I think it really misses the mark. My dad was diagnosed with a glioblastoma and died within 6 months of his diagnosis. It is such an aggressive form of cancer that the diagnosis is a death sentence, and a quick one. Doctors told us the best-case scenario was he might survive a year. Still, my dad bought into all the stuff about fighting cancer. He would go for walks every day. He would follow instructions to the letter. He went through agonizing and debilitating treatments with a smile on his face because he thought he could beat cancer. He did everything he possibly could to help prolong his life and standard of living. He fought as hard as or as dedicated as anyone in his position could have. Yet all I ever hear about is how he lost. I was today years old. Do piss off. God never gives you more than you can handle. Or, God needed them more in heaven. Really? Fuck anyone with a rusty spoon who says this to someone whose child, father, mother, partner or friend has just died. But family. I don't care what comes after that. and any iterations that assert family deserves different standards over their treatment of you. Only time that's valid is if the standard is higher. If your family is toxic, abusive, physical or detrimental to your health and they refuse to change, run. You deserve better. Just be yourself. No. It doesn't work. Yell if you don't like yourself. You can change whatever you don't like. You can still be yourself while also creating a better version of yourself. I did your mom. Blood is thicker than water. Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I used to believe that. Then I figured out that whatever doesn't kill you leaves effort and #ing scars. Good things come to those who wait. Spoiler. They do not. Chef here. I'm always reminded of a restaurant manager I used to have when I see this question. Little Legs we used to call him. It's important to know this was in the UK. Not the USA because he was from Staines and a bit like Tex from Alan Partridge. If you know you know. He'd often not refer to himself in the first person, or even the third by name. It'd be stuff like, I know who needs a big old slice or 3 after work. Proceeds to point at himself with both thumbs and say, this guy. Who's down to dine? Quote. He was always running ideas up the flagpole to see who salutes, and trotting out the old, when you assume you make an ass out of you and me *. Added to this he often used to leave a room, saying, see ya later, alligator, whilst walking backwards and doing the rotating finger pistols thing at you as he went. The wanker.